The rap game was quiet for a while. No major beefs, no headline-grabbing diss tracks. Just artists making music, collecting streams, and occasionally throwing in a few subliminals. Drake was at the top, Kendrick was moving in silence, and J. Cole was playing peacemaker. But everything changed in March 2024, when Future and Metro Boomin dropped their surprise album, We Don't Trust You. What seemed like just another collab tape quickly became the match that lit the fire. This was the beef that started it all. Before the album even dropped, there were rumors. Future had unfollowed Drake on Instagram. Fans noticed tension between the two, even though they'd been longtime collaborators with hits like Life is Good and Where Ya At. At first, it felt like speculation, but then the album came out, and the shots were loud and clear. Unlike that, Kendrick Lamar made a surprise appearance. His verse wasn't just a flex, it was a declaration of war. In just a few bars, he dismissed the Big Three talk, saying, the Big Three, it's just Big Me." That line alone sent shockwaves through the internet. But it didn't stop there. He threw clear shots at both Drake and J. Cole, calling them out without mentioning names. A move Kendrick has mastered over the years. The internet exploded. Fans started dissecting lyrics, replaying verses, and comparing timelines. Was this just Kendrick defending his name? Or had Future strategically set this all up to stir the pot? Many believe the album title, We Don't Trust You, was a direct jab at Drake. After all, their friendship had clearly gone cold. Future and Metro weren't done. The album had more subliminals, more tension, and more signs that things weren't okay behind the scenes. And then came part 2, We Still Don't Trust You. This second installment felt more personal. There were rumors of unreleased Drake verses being pulled, stories of behind-the-scenes politics, and Kendrick, he stayed silent for a little while. But then came the full-blown war. Drake responded with push-ups, a direct diss filled with name drops, taunts, and even shots at Kendrick's voice and legacy. Not long after, he dropped tailor-made freestyle, using AI versions of Tupac and Snoop Dogg, a controversial move that led to legal threats. But the message was clear. Drake wasn't backing down. Kendrick answered with Euphoria, a 6-minute lyrical breakdown that dissected Drake's persona, image, and insecurities. The internet called it an instant classic. But Kendrick wasn't done. He followed up with 616 in LA, another calculated attack, and then dropped the nuclear bomb, Not Like Us. Not Like Us didn't just diss Drake, it humiliated him. With West Coast production and crowd-friendly lines, Kendrick didn't just aim for Drake's ego. He went for his legacy. It became an anthem, something fans could chant at shows, clubs, and festivals. Overnight, it felt like the entire industry shifted. J. Cole, caught in the middle, tried to stay out of the war. But even he wasn't safe. His brief involvement, including a mild diss and a quick apology, made it clear he wasn't ready for this level of warfare. Kendrick and Drake, however, were locked in. And it all started with one verse on a Future album. So what does this mean for hip-hop? In many ways, this beef reignited something that had been missing: raw competition. It reminded fans that rap is, at its core, a sport. And sometimes, things have to get messy for greatness to shine. Kendrick reminded everyone why he's considered one of the best. Drake proved he's not afraid to fight back. And Future? He might have just orchestrated the biggest rap war of the decade, without dropping a single diss of his own. This wasn't just a beef, it was a cultural moment. And it all started with We Don't Trust You.